That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take care of yourself and your house and your loved ones around you. You're supposed to be a man. So this is things that I just feel like I've been doing. I'm just applying it to my blessing now, which is my daughter. I used to always look at people and I used to go, if this person got a kid, I definitely could have a kid. I swear, it's no way. And like I said, no matter how up or down you are, you gotta just be there for each other and make it work.
No disrespect to my moms, but I say the same thing. I tell you the same thing I told Saya. If you don't put them in the bed,
They never gonna stay there.
You're never gonna have sex. Why never gonna stay there?
That's not true, because you
that's mad work. I was.
Exactly.
That was mad work.
You gotta put in work for what you need.
I've never seen sex so complicated in my life.
Yeah.
I gotta make.
Cause they wake up, you gotta act dead.
No.
Welcome back to another episode of Dad and Ish. It's your boy Chocolate Dad.
This your boy Saya, aka Saya.
It's your boy Styles.
It's Man 95.
Are we all rubbing our hands like that?
I don't know.
Time to get ready.
Because it's fucking cold outside. That's why we fucking rubbing our hands.
It's definitely getting, it's North Face weather already. I don't know.
But hold on, I gotta introduce myself.
No, you don't. You just got it. We gotta introduce you.
I'm making sure. I'll be watching the episode.
That's how this works.
That's what I'm saying. This right here is Chicken. He's an avid watcher. Chicken watched every single episode. Every single
we
episode.
appreciate you for that.
So you should know
y'all.
that you gotta wait, and then he gonna introduce you, and then you gonna introduce yourself.
Chocolate Dad, talk about it.
Let's go.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
You gotta relax.
At least somebody call me Chocolate Dad.
Hey, yo. It ain't supposed to be none of us. But yo, that's us in a nutshell, man. Pause. Welcome to another episode of Dad and Ish. You know, appreciate everybody tuning in. Just as Steve said before, you know, we have one of our good friends, not only of this show, but of us personally. Avid watcher. As soon as the episode drops at 6:01,
first
he's
day in one,
reposting it, shouting us out, giving us the views, the support.
As a friend should. As a fucking friend should.
That's a fact.
All y'all niggas out there that ain't reposted, that's what you supposed to do. You feel me?
Perfect example of a great friend.
What the meme say? Why I'm not famous yet? Because you ain't posting my shit.
You ain't posting my shit.
But shout out to our good friend, man. Like I said, probably one of our best supporters. We got Chicken in the building, man.
What's going on, y'all?
What's happening?
Roll with the Winners is in the building. It's Chicken. One half for Roll with the Winners. Shout out to my partner, Tio. What's going on, fellas?
Chilling, man. Happy to have you on here with us, man.
Long overdue.
Shining.
It's long overdue. Chicken should have been on.
Should be for the first season.
Chicken's the unofficial fifth member.
Right.
Yes. So, some of you, we mentioned this before, but a lot of you may not know, Chicken was supposed to be the fourth member, but Chicken, we was doing 5?
It was gonna be 5.
That was gonna be a lot of niggas on
This dude
the
trying
show.
to kick me out. He keep
I really thought you took your spot. I ain't even go.
Crazy.
They ain't coming to see you, Otis. They ain't coming to see you, Otis.
Nah. What you say? Though originally when I thought about this design, it's gonna be supposed to be the 5 of us. And as we started continuing in the build and things of that nature, it just didn't happen that way, and ended up being the 4 of us, which is all well and good or whatever,
Nah, but
no
also,
malice and stuff like that.
Chicken
But
was a new dad.
that's what we're gonna get into.
That was the main reason.
Corona, new dad alert.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
COVID babies.
exactly. So
Shout out to the COVID babies.
So let's talk about that. So we had the plans for you to be a part of the show, and you know, unfortunately, you know, not unfortunately, but you know, things changed. You had to choose.
Yeah, man.
Fatherhood first, which your family, which we totally understand and respect. So
New blessing, man.
explain that. Explain being a new father.
Dadding and shit to its all-time high, I would say. Becoming a new dad, a girl dad, going through COVID, everybody not working, putting the time in. Around that time was kind of tough because my girl, she was pregnant, obviously. I ended up being injured. I ended up tearing my Achilles heel. So while my girl was pregnant.
How did that happen?
And you wasn't even playing ball, bro.
No, I was definitely playing ball. I was playing ball with Steve.
I just turned around.
Steve hit you with a LeBron foul.
Chicken was on my team. I turned around.
That's even worse.
Yeah, that just told me he was the star, man. You trying to take the star.
And he was just like, I said, what the fuck happened?
Just a disclaimer. because people be talking shit. We won that game that I got injured in. So I just want to make that clear. And this was the second game back to back. So anyways, I ended up rupturing my Achilles. So I couldn't walk for 6 months while my girl was pregnant. And
How was that? Like,
it was rough. Your girl has cravings, you know, she wants hash browns, she wants these snacks.
Uber Eats, baby.
At the same time, you know, I run my own business. I have a clothing line, Roll with the Winners, Winners NYC at Instagram. So it's like, it's a lot to deal with, you know, just not working 9 to 5 and being an independent entrepreneur and then having to get it done. This shit is hard, but it's worth it. It's worth it. My daughter is now 1 year and
She's 1 year old, bro.
she's 1 year old. Like 25 days.
Like she just turned 1.
Word,
Yeah, she
but yeah, shit was rough, man. But it was definitely worth it, and I can't say that it's easy. It's definitely hard.
What and I mean, you and I had children during the pandemic, right? And aside from just the whole experience of fatherhood and pregnancy and the entire thing in general, not dealing with COVID on top of that, right? So now that, you know, a year in, what do you feel like is the biggest revelation you learned about yourself and then now as a father? And they could be one and the same if they aren't.
To be honest, it just made me realize that I'm the same person all around.
Hell no, chick. I know you since I was
I don't
13 years
think,
old.
I don't
You
think,
are not
Hold
the
on,
same.
let me explain.
I don't think.
Explain what you mean.
Coming from your point, knowing me from since we was young, partying and stuff like that, obviously things evolve as we get older, or it should evolve for just all of us as men, because we're not little kids anymore. You know, we work, we got a family we have to support, so we have real responsibilities. But overall, myself is like, I look at myself at work. I'm always the person to go beyond and above. And I don't look at it any difference when it comes to in the household. I'm never like not wanting to do something. I'm gonna change the diapers, or I'm gonna clean the house. I'm just doing things that I feel like you're supposed to do. Some people might not look at it the same way, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take care of yourself and your house and your loved ones around you. You're supposed to be a man. So this is things that I just feel like I've been doing. I'm just applying it to my blessing now, which is my daughter. So, you know, that's how I can break it down.
Steve, you fine with that?
Yeah.
Like, you ain't been the same.
I mean, when you put it that way.
You think I'm capping. Nah, but it's real shit though. You gotta do what you gotta do. COVID been wicked, so it's like you ain't had no other choice. You in the house with your significant other. This might be a time where you really got to know your significant other.
That's a fact.
Have never known them before, or little things on how you can adapt to one another. Especially when you have a kid, you can't just well you could, but it's like it's not the right thing to just get up and walk away. You know, you have to compromise. You know, you have to try to make things work, because as an adult, it's not about us anymore. It's about the kid. So I want to make sure that she has the best upbringing from both of us, and that starts with the mother and dad. So, you know, we have to set the right example.
Great. So now my question goes to you, right? Being your first time father now, right? Girl dad at that, right? Did you have any expectations prior to having prior to her birth? As in, prior to her birth, you had an idea like, hey, the parent gonna be like this, gonna be like this. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Versus reality of what you doing or dealing with.
I had no expectations.
Yeah.
I had no expectations,
Zero?
to be honest. To be honest, I just stepped up when I found out she was pregnant, and I just do what I have to do. It's like I didn't have any expectations. If it was a girl or a boy, I was gonna love my kid regardless of the sex. The fact that it is a girl, and just, you know, guys have this thing like, you know, when you You know, back in the day, you younger, you was outside, you was dibbling and dabbling.
You was outside.
It's like,
If it was never true,
right.
If outside had a name, it would be chicken.
Yeah.
when the streets is calling your name, chicken's
Yeah.
answering. Like, that.
Definitely had to, I respect women, not to say I didn't respect them, but I respect them on a whole nother level.
Why?
I guess just because I have a daughter now, so it's like certain things that I might have been immature about younger. Just having a kid, it kind of changed the way you look at things. And for me, having a daughter, and you know, I'm a man, so you know, I have sex with women at the time and stuff like that, as men do. It's like I have to treat my daughter with respect. I have to grow up with respect. The women that I dealt with, I have to treat them with respect, because this is how I want another man to treat my daughter, because that's how life goes. You know, she's gonna get older and she's gonna have a guy in her life one day, or whatever the sort may be. No rush, but it's like it's like, you know, I want to make sure that I grow her up and I show her this is how you're supposed to be treated. So I have to show mom that respect.
Okay.
I'm glad you said that, because like, granted, we're older in the sense of we've known people who probably have had kids in like their late teens or early 20s. So we're a lot more mature in age and when we decided to have children for most of us, in a sense, right? Do you feel as though having, well, like I said, it doesn't matter, a boy or girl or whatever, having a child now was better for you rather than probably having a child younger?
I think everything was written. It's not really up to me. I think God already had that plan. No matter if you up or you down, it's gonna happen. You know, you just gotta have your faith, and you know, you gotta thug it out. Yeah, man, it's different, man. You have a girl, so you know, you have to have extra attention to a little girl. I don't know. You could say the same for, you know, a young man at that, but it's like, I just feel like a girl, you gotta keep her real close.
Yeah, and extra bullets in the safe.
Did you like prior to having, like, find out you about to have a child? Like, I know you having a child, your girl pregnant during the time of COVID, so you wasn't able to kind of experience certain things.
Yeah, everything was shut down, so it's like
you kind of was robbed in some sense too.
Nah, I felt it was dope. I felt it was dope because, you know, I ain't have to go to work. We was getting paid, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to unemployment. I don't care what nobody said. Like, I got to stay home, you know what I'm saying? I got to get money while I was home, and I got to watch the steps, you know? A lot of times, you know, guys be like, you know, they want to be there when the baby's born. Not to say, you know, yeah, they want to be there when the baby, I'm here because the baby's born and I was in the hospital. No, I got to be there the whole time, you know? I got to massage feet. I got to do, like, I got to be a part of the experience.
The pregnancy farts.
Yeah, like it's I can't explain it in no other way. You literally have to have a kid to really understand. That's why they be like, you know, oh, I used to always look at people and I used to go, if this person got a kid, I definitely could have a kid. I swear, it's no way. And like I said, no matter how up or down you are, you gotta just be there for each other and make it work.
No disrespect to my moms. But I say the same thing. I feel like, because me personally, I feel like I want to get it over with. I'm not saying I'm going to have a kid tomorrow, but I do want to have them close in age and basically back to back so I can get it over with. I'm not worrying about another kid when I'm 40.
Right.
So before I'm 35, she's 35, I want to make sure we got at least 2. You understand?
2 more?
No, just 2. Steph and someone else. Hopefully it's a girl, so
Stephanie.
we're done.
You trying to get an early babysitter?
Nah, because how am I get a babysitter?
Steph is gonna be the babysitter.
He's gonna be 1 year old. I'm trying to get them close in age.
He already 2.
Yeah, so if we have him like next year, he'll be 3.
Giving us hints?
He can't fucking take care. Nah, I'm not giving no hints. He can't take care of her at 3, but they'll be close in age.
But they'll be in high school, he could beat that little nigga up.
Yeah, he'll be.
I was just talking about that too, because like me, I'm like 9, 10 years younger than my brothers. So sometimes I be saying like, damn, I wish that I would have been closer, because what they, I mean, now I'm a man compared to being. Think about, I'm 10 years old. They're 20. They ain't running with me. They're not trying to. I'm bothering them. Even, I mean, maybe if I'm 15, they're 25. They still. I remember where I'm at 25 when I was 15. I wouldn't be wanting no 15. But then now I'm on my 30s. You know, we only they in their mid 40s, so we pretty much the same in a sense. But yeah, when you have such a distance, it's such a like. It's almost like Chris want to go to the playground. They ain't going to the playground.
Right.
I'm 5 years old. They 15.
Outside.
They want to go. So it was such a separation. So it was almost like not being a single kid, but you being a single kid in a sense. So I would, even like you say, I would have rather that even me being a person of that it would be much closer. Well, it's 2 years, 3 years, where we still was at least in the same generation in a sense. But I mean, like I said, of course, when you get older, like now my age range, like there's no separation. We just be all men now. They like,
Right.
I'm a boy, and then they grown men. We all. So, but you don't see that till it took me to be in my mid 30s, late 20s to even
To be able to be a part of that.
Having
I agree. I agree with that too. My parents were like, so in my household, my parents had 4 children. So my older brother is 6 years older than me, and my older sister is 5 years older than me, and then my younger sister is 4 years younger. So there's a 10-year gap in between all of the kids or whatever. And I experienced that. So like when I was old enough to like just get outside, my brother already in college and out, like where am I running after? And my older sister the same way. Like I used to go up to college and visit her when I was in high school. So you miss that closeness. But like my younger sister, who's 4 years younger than me, so like as soon as I graduated high school, she started high school. So we had a little bit more closeness, and like I can be like, yo, kids game on this and what's going on with that, or if she got an issue I can pull up type of thing. So I definitely understand what you're saying. Like even with us.
But no, I didn't even get to say what I was saying. What I was
you did say
saying,
you didn't have them close.
What I was saying, no, that was beyond the point. What I was saying is my parents had 4 of us, and they weren't really making money. So that's why when you say, if this person can have a kid, I feel like I can have a kid. So I feel like I'm better off than my parents. So having them close now where I'm making decent money, I don't feel like it will be like a struggle for me.
See, I do not disagree with you, but I also have come to realize that like money can solve majority of your problems. But some issues you can't throw money at. So if it's a situation where like I'm very fortunate. Like I have my mom who's still here, and we live in the same co-op. So like for instance, like there was a few weeks ago, a Black Friday or whatever, like me and Becca both had to work, but his daycare is closed. But hey mom, can you watch him today? Yes, you can do that. Money that's not an issue about money. You know what I'm saying? It's about your village and what you got around you, what you can do with that. But that also goes in towards me wanting to have the kids a little bit closer in age as well, because when you have the kids, they're gonna be doing the same sort of thing. Like up until from like 1st grade to like 12th grade, the schedules aren't too crazy off. Right. So like if one kid is off, they're all gonna be off. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to be able to have a position in life where like I can compromise my work schedule to want to be with them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you want to all go to some class and all get Jordans, then you can buy that. But I feel like it definitely takes a village and a good community to help you raise your kids.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of people either mistreat it or don't even have an opportunity to experience it because they might not have a lot of people. And when I see people who mistreat it, I'll be like, yo, like when that opportunity or that's not there anymore, you're gonna be so fucked. And you're not even gonna realize what's going on. Like you're not even making an attempt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when we were younger, you had those people, men and women who kids at grandma's every weekend and doing all that kind of stuff. And now
I don't have that, yo.
You know?
I don't have that. Being a new dad and watching other people with kids and stuff like that, shit, I'm happy to see other people being able to, have the grandmas and everybody to help. Not to say I don't have that all the way, but I be seeing people outside. People that got kids, they be outside, they be lit. I be like, damn, how the fuck is they doing this shit, bro?
I bring stuff with me.
Yeah, like when I go out, if you check my Instagram, I got my daughter with me everywhere I go. Like if Mom Dukes is at work, I got the little one. She's with me everywhere I go, and that kind of changes my decisions on where I go. So I make sure it's like either kid-friendly things or kid parties, things that's like I said, as we get older, it's appropriate for my youth now, where outside is outside and kid shit is in where I'm at, and I'm fine with that, to be honest. But that's a I look at that shit like that shit is a luxury.
Absolutely.
I didn't have it when my kids was younger. Like my mom, she still was working. I think at the time my father was still so I didn't have nobody. And so a lot of times there was a lot of vacation days. If something come up, was being used. I didn't go on vacation.
Right.
Like it wasn't until maybe got a little bit older where the kids aren't getting sick so easy. So I used to just have to literally a lot of times that it wasn't to go out, like you say, being outside. It was literally like, yo, and get a call from school or something like that. Or if I had to rush out or take partial couple of hours from work and bank it as vacation time because I had to rush out or something like that or leaving early. Like I couldn't do certain things in a sense because of the fact that I didn't have the luxury of the help that I see some people had with. It's like, yeah, they were grandma. It's funny now my kids are older and it's a bit different, but they're not even as needy at the time either. And then like now my mom's retired, so it is easier for her to be around. What she would gladly did is just the fact that it's like you said, like my parents were still kind of the same scenario of what your parents was, that they still working, they still trying to make sure she was working. My mother was working up till it was time. It was I think last year, like right before COVID really hit hard, she just retired. But at that point, then it's a different game now. Like our kids is older, they kind of fending for themselves. Like at the age of your daughter,
that shit really tests you though.
It really does.
It really tests
everything too.
Yeah, it tests you as a human being, man. Cause
I'm ask you a quick question then. Talking about testing you, right?
What's up?
Being you're a new father, right? What would you say was like your toughest challenge in being a father that you encountered?
Try to figure out a schedule between mom and dad. Because it's like coming from having or just living your own life without having a kid, it's like you have a kid now, so you have a responsibility. You really can't do what you want to do when you want to do it. Everything now revolves around your kid. So it's like you could be like, yo, podcast today. I'll be like, let me check the schedule, man. Let me see. She might have work today, or she might not be feeling. No, she might not be feeling it. She might want to just relax it, and I might have to postpone. Or that's why you got to compromise also, because it's also this could intertwine with your relationship. So you got to know how to balance the two out. So that would be like the biggest thing, trying to balance out your relationship and having a new child at the same time to make things work as a collab.
Question for all of you guys, right? And we'll start with you, Chicken. So aside from, I think the atypical answer when people might say is like the birth of your child, right? As a parent in general, right? What do you feel like has been like either your favorite moment or your best moment or your experience as a father?
Shit. Waking up and seeing my kid alive, man, that shit is like amazing, bro. No funny shit. Like when I wake up in the morning and my kid like slaps me and wakes me up, like I be mad, but that shit is like, I be
yes,
like,
I mean, another day.
This is dope. Like this is my seed. Like this is my little one right here. It's like you can't really get me mad at all. Like you're gonna do things that get me mad, but you personally you can't get me mad. Like I don't know. That shit is like that shit make me happy, to be honest. I just wake up and I see my daughter. That shit is like lit.
Styles.
For me, I mean, I still get it now, especially for my younger one. Like, super thing of picking him up and he's busting through the door. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, even at 11 years old, he's busting through the door running. Like, he's big now and he's jumping on me. My back ain't what it used to be, but he jumps on me. And sometimes he feels bad because he's like, I gotta brace myself. He's gonna jump on me. He's getting big now. Like, he's not, but it's dope to see, like, kind of like the same scenario, but it's just a dope feeling because it's hard to compare that because you see people like we see each other. You might not have been able to see each other for a minute. You see, it's love. Like, damn, I ain't see you for a minute. But when your kid is seeing, it's such a different, genuine. Like yo, that's dad. Like he jumps, he hugs, and he gives the biggest hug that I think another grown man can't give me. So that love that's so genuine and so raw is probably the best. Like I don't know that feeling anywhere else outside of that?
She also said daddy first, so
Oh, so
that was the
Yeah,
highlight.
my son said dad first too.
Yeah, well,
That was fire.
called
I
me
think
daddy
my son
first.
said that first. I ain't gonna lie, but
He said, "Mama."
let Tia tell you. That's what he said. Now, he did say, "Mama, mad clear in front of everybody," which got me upset because he did say that before, but on the low.
Nobody didn't hear it.
But he said, "Yo, we were just sitting there, and it was some holiday where the whole family was at the house."
Now you want to say mama?
He said, "Mama." I said, "Nigga, shut up."
It was lit.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. For your question, you want? He ended off. He ended off.
No, I mean,
Yeah, so good.
I was gonna say, I mean, for me, like, it's every day, like not maybe every day, but it changes so often. Like it constantly is being different. He's in size big enough now where he can fit the school uniforms. Right at the daycare, they wear a uniform. And the very first day he went with his uniform, the lady who runs the daycare, shout out to Miss Annie, she sent us a picture and was like, "Yo, every single time at reading time." Which is prior to their nap time, he goes and he gets the same exact book. Like that's his favorite book. And he like tries to like say the words or like he wants her to like, I need you to read this book to me, and goes along with it. And I just like, when she sent a picture of him at the desk, like pointing at the pictures of the words or whatever, that made me proud to see like how much he's evolving and developing and learning and seeing different things. Like, yo, like, he can talk, he can tell you, like, when he doesn't want anything, he'll tell you, "No, daddy, I'm done," things like that. So now to see, like, he's reading, things like that, so like now we have to do a lot more of that with him, because I just can't wait till he does, like, the next thing, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's what it is for this week, at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm on the same tip. Like, it's multiple things that, like the best moment for me is, like, it's a lot of different, it depends, like, as of right now, we in the learning process with MJ right now. Like, we've been doing a lot of like hands-on learning, like with colors, letters, like body parts, and like various different things. And he like we will like sometimes he surprised me when we appoint to say things, and sometimes I don't expect him to know it. I'm like, he don't know this, but I'm gonna teach him though, you know. But he be knowing it. I'm like, oh shit, like, you know. So then once I say you know it, I'm like, all right, let me challenge him. Let me see how much he don't know, like, you know, like that, like that's like one of the good things. And also like another thing, this me interacting with him in the sense of like him interacting with me, or him wanting me to do certain things with him. Like he would come grab my hand and pull me all the way to the room. It's on some F whatever you're doing, I don't care what you're doing, let's go to the room, I'm about to go shoot ball. And I'm gonna bring you to the room, and he'd be like, hey, he pointed for me to sit down, say down, and I sit there and I gotta watch him shoot the basketball. Like, to me, like, that's the best thing. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm with that. Like, I just want to, he just want me there to just watch him.
Right.
That's totally fine, but I like the way he do it, because he's real demanding. So he would come and stop me for whatever, and no matter what I'm doing, he'd go, yo, tap, pull me, and it's over.
That's dope.
It's over. So, like, this that ability of, like, that moment for me is, like, right now I'm cherishing those moments, like, you know, like, or, like, when he want me to come play with him. Like, you know, like, that's like, I would never, like, no. I might be like, hold on, but he not trying to hold on. He trying to,
now.
It's like, yo, we gotta play right now.
Right
it ain't
now.
no 5 minutes, we gotta play right now.
So my timing.
Yeah, so that's like one of the main things I like.
So for me personally, right now, I could say just for the last couple weeks, my proudest moment was he got a report card. So we had parent-teacher conference, which is crazy because he's in fucking daycare. So I'm like, this world is crazy. He in daycare got a report card.
Got an A in nap.
Yo. So, but the daycare he's in, they do a lot of work with them, which I appreciate. And I'm happy that, you know, Tia found that type of program because I wasn't looking. I'm so happy for her because she just keep the wheel going.
Right.
And that's what's up. And I commend her on that. I tell her how much she do, how much of a great mother she is all the time, even though I'm with him most of the time. But when she has him, like she says, she does majority of the stuff. But his report card was like the proudest moment because it was just so much stuff that the teacher said that he knows that I had no idea he knew. Like he know his colors, his numbers, his alphabet. He's only 2, like, and it's just so much stuff that he knows. His motor skills are perfect or whatever.
What is motor skills?
like he could pick up the pen and write it, like going up the steps, he could do that. So all those come with, I guess it's like, we're at a certain age, they're supposed to be able to do a certain stuff, or certain stuff that they're working on. There was a couple stuff that he's working on still, like, I don't know, because he know it if he's at home, but I guess he don't do it enough in school so they could see, because he know what up and down is.
Right.
But that was one of the stuff that, you know, she was like, he need to work on. He know what hot and cold is. That was one of the stuff she said he need to work on. But the way I see it, hot and cold, she probably don't really have nothing hot. Like, she probably showing the stove.
Gotta give him a hot cup.
Showing the stove and saying hot or cold, and that's what I'm thinking. But he definitely know what hot and cold is. Like, cause he'll come outside and be like cold.
I tell
it's
my
cold
daughter,
now.
like, if I tell my daughter don't touch something and I say no, I go like this. And she look at me and she be like, and she shakes her head and I'm like, that's just like school. I be like, yo, she know what I'm saying.
They learn so much.
They know what you saying, but they'll like blank all of that out and still do it though. And I just
Because they're
like,
curious.
But that's dope.
Curious.
It's dope that they do like a parenting like that or whatever, because our daycare, she's really good at like texting us things of you know, whatever, like things he might need or things to work on, and they give him homework on the weekends and stuff like that. But what we started trying to do is like, even on the weekend, keep his same routine going. Like, like I don't want him to nap all day. Like, play, learn, point at things, color, do this, do that. So it keeps on going. But also, like you mentioned, like as he's at home and he'll learn or do certain things, I'll be like, you wasn't doing that shit yesterday.
Right.
Oh shit! Like you could have.
That's like the best
all
part.
right, yeah.
When they come in with something new.
Yeah, like he knows, like when, like now with when he's in the shower or whatever, so fill the tub with water. He knows what, like the shower head, like which knob does what. So like he has the bucket, he's like, okay, I gotta hit this so I can get the bucket of water going or whatever. So just seeing all of those, like you said, motor skills, those things or whatever, is dope, definitely dope, right?
That also makes you like kind of like, for me, it makes me kind of hesitant on how I like do certain things around my kid.
They mimic.
Because they so much like a sponge.
They all he is a sponge.
They watching. Yo,
That's why now I don't curse, because it's like,
It's hard.
it's
hard. It's
You got a potty mouth.
Yeah, that's a fact. Don't worry.
Yeah, so right now it's like, and I try to tell Tia, like, I be slapping Tia ass in the house, so she's like, don't do that, because he's watching you. I'm like, damn, nigga, move. Like,
Every time we come and smack behind you, he'll come right.
yeah, shit, he'll do it to her, and you know, he shouldn't be doing that to
Following,
her.
yeah.
Right.
But he's following me, so I get certain shit that you just cannot do.
Right.
It's hard.
It's a
but
habit.
It's
it's
a
really
learning
hard.
process
just
for
being
us.
an adult so raw, you know, you want to be free,
So
but
keep-
then it's like, damn.
Keep it on that note, right? How was pregnancy sex?
You said so raw, right?
It was, I'm saying it's always great. It's always great, but it was kind of weird for me. Just, I never felt like this before because I got like a whole baby in the stomach. So that was kind of weird for me, but yeah, it was kind of weird. That's all I can say. I had to it slowed down for me a little. Not gonna lie, I didn't like that it slowed down, but it just felt kind of weird because it's like the baby there, the baby moving around the belly and shit. You a savage ass nigga, just like fucking and grabbing the belly. It's kind of weird, my nigga. Like, yo, the baby in there, my nigga.
Palming the belly,
You
like,
gotta chill, son. Word, like we'll have these conversations and she be like, it kind of fucks with your mind too for a woman because it's like, yo, you're not attracted to me because you know she's pregnant, her body's changing, and it's like, no, it's not a problem. Like I
And
love
they're
you,
horn
you
boys,
fine.
bro. Oh, they horn.
I
fucking
love
horn-
sex, but it's just kind of weird.
Like,
And it's
I'm
like,
not there mentally. I'm not. I gotta.
yeah, I'm not there mentally because it's like I wanna do my thing. You know what I'm saying?
wanna
Like,
slap the belly.
Yeah, like I wanna do my thing, and it's like you're doing your
slapping
thing,
the
and I'm
belly.
like, damn.
He's like, wait, if I turn you over too fast, then we gonna get dizzy.
I think also too, what was fucking with my mind, not to say it would be different if I was having a little boy, I was thinking about it because I knew I was having a little girl. Yeah. And it was just weirding me out, like, yo.
But you know what's crazy though? You know, like, it's recommended you have sex when you're pregnant.
To loosen it up centimeters.
No, I mean, it's in general the whole time.
Right.
But even towards the end, like, more, like.
Shit, recommended versus how you feel. Shit. You got, I don't know, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do, but it's like, it was.
I did what I had to do.
Yeah.
I did it for the team.
I think so.
I did what I didn't. I did what I couldn't because for the team.
I'm in a
that's
battle.
fucked
I'm
up.
in a battle. I'm in a battle now in between. As the baby is getting a little older now, having her sleep in her bed. I know you had that episode before.
Oh man.
So that's what I'm going through.
Steph
right
got
now.
a bedtime now. Steph go to sleep at 9:30 every day by herself.
My daughter don't want to hear that. I had a whole conversation with her last night. She's not listening. She's Stevie Wonder.
Oh,
you gotta go in your bed.
You had a conversation with Autumn about her bedtime.
She's laying down. She's kicking you with your foot. She doesn't want to hear none of that shit, bro.
Nah, you gotta be strong.
I just gave
everything out.
As she's getting older, we got her new bed, took the bar off very low to the floor with the playground safety mat underneath the mattress and all that. Put her in there the first night. I swear to you, I woke up an hour after I put her to sleep. She was on the floor looking up at the bed. I was like, don't do that. And she never went in her bed after that, bro. It's been like 2 months now. She's in the bed.
I'm telling you the same thing I told Saya. If you don't put them in the bed,
They never gonna stay there.
You're never gonna have sex.
You're gonna,
Fuck that. Fuck, never gonna stay there.
That's not true because you
Bro,
was
that's
fucking.
mad work. I was.
Exactly.
That was mad work.
You gotta put in work for what
I
you
never
need.
seen sex so complicated in my life.
Yeah.
I gotta make.
Cause they wake up, you gotta act dead.
No. You gotta this is we gotta plan it. Like, yo, we gonna go out this day and you gotta finagle it in your plans. Or like,
I can't
Now,
for
if
me,
he was in there sleeping in the bed at night.
it would, but it's like,
that much.
like I said,
It's hard. Trust me.
It was definitely a
it was
process
hard.
for us.
It was hard.
yeah.
It was hard for me, for MJ, because we had it. Then I single-handedly messed it up, but then we got him back on it. But now he's good. Like we put him. I mean, it's to the point where I'm like, yo, go to your bed and go.
Right.
Time for bed. He know. He go lay down. He will lay there. I put the TV on, his little cartoons. Again, like it's over. Like after a little minute, it's over. Then he would sleep there like pretty much the whole night.
I got a question for all of y'all. So, you did say, hopefully, God willing, that down the line you want another child. Was it any point after you had your baby and going through just becoming a new dad for each of y'all and the babies, just having to go through it, like things you never explored before, like changing a baby, being up all night, not sleeping, now having sex again? Was there ever a point where you're like, damn, I'm about to pull out, or
Hell no.
I don't want to, I have to double think about this?
Nigga, I was in jail for a year. You bugging?
So
I was.
for me personally, like, are you being cautious now?
I don't know how everybody's experience was when they first had a newborn. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, sleepless nights, just having a kid. A kid is not no joke, yo. I used to look at kids all the time, and I'd be like, yo, it's a kid. When I got my kid now, I'm like, yo, you don't sit down. Like she's me, and like, if you know who I am, like I'm on 1,000. Huh? She's trillion. Like she's like coffee on like nonstop.
So that's
and I just look at her sometimes, and I'm like, yo,
relax.
If imagine another
you're not
one.
gonna get tired. So I'll be like, damn, another one. I might
It's
have to
gonna
give
run.
it
It's
a
gonna
break.
And
I want another one, but I'm like, I gotta give it a break.
Because I know, like I said, me, or all of us, besides Styles, unfortunately, we know Chicken for a very long time. So I know you now. So I know that you're with your daughter 24/7.
Right.
And with me personally, I'm with my son, like I said, more than Tia, because she's working. My schedule is more flexible for his school is in Brooklyn, so I take him to school in the morning. She gets up, she get him ready for me and everything while I shower and get ready. I take him to school, and then he's in school for majority of the day. I'll pick him up and then take him home until Tia gets home. She'll probably get home 7, 8, but we've been home since like 4:35. So I'm with him more than her, and on the weekend she works, so I'm with him every day, all day. And it can be annoying because, like I said, my son is me. Like that's why I really can't get mad at him because he's me. Like he's just like me.
Right.
Like he's just fucking annoying. But he's me, so I can't get mad. Like And my coworkers tell me this all the time because they know me. Like I play all day, and when he play all day, it's like I really can't get mad at him because
That's the one person that will get under your skin, and you're like,
he's the only one that gets me mad because it's like, bro, stop. When he's playing all day and just laughing, and so I love him, but
right.
I feel like I want to get that over with now. Like let me get that over with within these next 2-3 years, and then I won't have to deal with any of that. I don't want to be 40 years old, just like, no, I don't want to be 40 years old with a kid,
newborn.
a newborn. Like,
Me, it wasn't like. It was,
Hold on, wait your turn, man. Let me get around. We coming around.
no, I'm done though. Go ahead.
No, I think it's done.
You probably jumping in
I
and
know
cut the
you're doing
line.
a circle. I know
Go in a circle. Make it easy.
That's the only intros.
No, I mean, mine's is easy. Mine's is real quick and simple. Like with that, right? It's gonna sound weird, but I kind of can't wait to have another one. So, because the simple fact that my first time coming around, I didn't know what to expect, what to do. Now I know, like I forgot the experience now. I know what to expect, what to do, and I want to like have another child. I am going to have another child, and I'm gonna be like already tip top shape to all this like the whole newborn stage and how to handle things now. Because I didn't know how to handle it. I know how to
Can't
handle
fuck it up twice.
Yeah, and really, you can, but you definitely can.
Yes, we can.
But like, I don't want to wait, like he said, like, too long, because like you wait too long. Because being my kid's still young, I got everything so fresh on how to handle it. I got the patience for it now, so I really like. So I will be more real excited to deal with it again. I'm like, I already know this is a piece of cake. Oh, he doing this? He crying like this? Like I'll be on my P's and Q's, so it'd be a bit easier for me, I feel. I mean, I don't know,
But that's how we feel. You understand? I had the conversation with Tia. I did. And I said, because I'm big on, letting go and let God. You understand? Do I pull out? No, I don't pull out because fuck it. If it happened, it happened. You understand?
Right.
She's on birth control. We're going to let, medicine work. You understand?
Right.
When the shit stop working, we won't worry about that. We're gonna let it do what it do. So I had the conversation with her because sometimes your period is late, you get a little scared, or I might be pregnant, and I told her like, yo, if we have a kid right now, I don't think personally it will be the end of the world,
Right.
because we did it already. But she's like, how are we gonna take care of that? We just bought this house, is that and that. I'm like, yo. My mother, it was mad of us living in a 2-bedroom apartment. I'm not. We have a house. I'm not hearing that. We can do it. We'll be able to do it. We'll figure it out.
Same expectations before the baby was here that you that you want to have, but it don't go that way. You have baby shower. You have a baby shower registry. 90% of that shit you do not need.
Yeah.
You be in the crib, you be like, I'm about to go to Target and switch this out. You don't need it, bro. You be having mad nonsense.
So bring us back to 5 now.
Back what you asked me before. As soon as I got out of fucking pussy jail, bro, it was over, my nigga. I didn't give a fuck. We might have had a baby immediately. I don't even know. I was just fucking.
Dude, you do know. You don't.
Huh?
You didn't have a baby immediately, so you do know. You didn't care, but you do know.
No, when I got out. No, what are you talking about?
You said we could have had a baby. You don't know.
No, I said if we would have had another baby or whatever. I didn't care. I'm saying
Oh,
so
okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
It was whatever. I had to get back up in there. But but now like it's a little bit along the lines of like what Steve was saying, right? It's like we know we have a sort of a plan, but you make a plan and God laughs in a sense. But we know like after he turns 2. It's like an opportune window where it's like, yo, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be the opportune time, have a daughter or whatever, boy, girl, whatever, but I would prefer a daughter. And that'll be whatever. I'm good with that because I know we'll already have purchased the house by then. We both just got promotion. We both like, it's clandestine. Like everything is working in the way that it should work to provide for that opportunity should it come about. But I also know that kids be different. So the way that Jax was, I don't know if the next one's gonna be that way. Because as you learn their cries and what's going on, we figured him out pretty quickly. And he was a pretty calm baby or whatever. But the next one might be a motherfucking terrorist. I don't fucking know. They might be like, oh no, wait a minute, nah, I'm not drinking milk. I want it could just be whatever. So that's always in the back of my head. But we're built for it. We'll be whatever. You know, and like I said, we have a good support staff, support team around us, and things of that nature. Who I would hope is going to continue to be there. So whatever, it'll be what it is.
Styles, just go, man. They all cut you off just now.
I ain't got no.
You're not having another one, so it's over. He's not having another one, so it's over.
Close, man.
He got his
They
tubes
good, I
tied.
like them, man. Trust me, when I can, I will. Yeah, I don't want no more kids, but
Fuck that.
Out of business.
Fuck that.
It's like where I become mentally, I don't like it. It's fun to being a father, but then the fact of how hard it is to because you want the best for them. But then there's a lot of stuff, like you said, is also when you make a plan, you know, God laughs, you know, and also whether you up or you down, it happens. So when I'm in a certain spot, if I have to control while I'm up, I'd rather just stay there. And then why add another child into the mix, and to be honest. And then honestly, too, the next situation would be having to deal with a whole other woman and all that other stuff, too. My situation is different.
They got to get used to what you already have.
I don't want multiple baby moms. I don't want any of that shit. Like, and I've been told, like, oh, you know, you could be a good father, but that's only good for somebody else. It's not good for me. So it's like, you're a good worker, but it's only good for the business.
Right. Nigga, you gonna stay right in that
I see no reasons for it. So it's because even my mom said it. She was like, "Oh, you should have another kid." I'm like, "For what? Like, really? Why? Like, what is? It's not like
Right.
He grows up and lives for 15 years and it goes. You know what I mean? But a kid is there for life, and the responsibility never stops.
Yep.
Like my kids are 15, 11, but then they don't. The responsibility for them don't stop when they become 18. Like people love to say, you kick them out. Like, oh, you know, they out on the street.
The possibility gets worse.
Yeah, my 20-year-old is still my kid. You know, I don't stop. Even me at 36 years old, I'm still somebody's child. Like, you know, my mom still be concerned about me.
So teach me that.
So it's a different situation. So I know, like right after my son, my youngest was born, I really in my mind I didn't want no more kids. Nothing. It wasn't because
They said 11 years ago I didn't want no more kids.
But it wasn't.
Fuck now.
It's funny, at the time, it wasn't a situation that something happened that made me not want more. It was just like, all right, you know, let me focus on what it is right now. Like, you know, I got this one. I have to, you know, figure this out and just, you know, be the best father I can be. And I'm still trying to figure it out. But then later on in time, like, you know, things don't work out. You know, now my kids is older. I'm not with that person anymore. I'm not doing all that all over again. Like that's that part of my life. I don't have no problem that, you know, to the whole the other side of that. But to have another kid, that's and then you did, like you said, not only the fact that you did it with another kid, but you also did it with a whole different household of a situation. So for me to have more, like I said, I really see zero purpose in it. Like I definitely hear like, oh, you know, you be my mom, you be a great father, this and that. I'm like, I know, like I know. I would deal with off the jump. I don't want no more kids. Like, and if
what I'm asking you is, if you're okay with them, if you're in a situation and someone else has a child, you're okay with that?
Yeah, I don't care.
100%.
Honestly, be real,
You want that.
It's better that a woman does because it's like,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
because
Yeah.
if a woman has a child, in the sense she's not unfulfilled in the sense that she's like, oh, I want to be. But there's also some people that will want a man that they will want to have a child because they feel that because you have a child with a person that solidifies the relationship. It doesn't solidify anything. That's why there's a whole bunch of baby daddies and baby mamas out there. So it doesn't solidify shit. But if I would rather not have to have that conversation, like don't try to, because sometimes somebody will sit there and say, nah, it's cool, you don't want any, then they start doing some funny shit down the line, then you have a kid or something like that. So if a person could tell me I don't want no kids, that's perfect. Like, cool. Like, I don't either. Like, you don't have to sit there and have no.
That's what I was asking. So you wouldn't date anyone that doesn't already have a kid? Because knowingly, I know, you know, we all know, they don't have a kid, they're going to want a kid. And you don't want any kids, so you wouldn't.
Yeah, so more likely I wouldn't, the times before, like anybody would ask, it's always the conversation. A lot of times what it is too, in my experience, is that a woman will always ask you, do you want more? Because 9 times 10 they want it. A lot, if they do.
They want your point of view.
Yeah, they just want your point of view. Sometimes it's a, what you call it too, it's a little trick. Like, I want to see if you want any kids, let me ask them. But then in some sense too, if you just say, but the thing like you said too, everybody changes. Like I know for sure, like if I could go right now, if I wasn't scared of the knife around my nuts, I would get a vasectomy. I would. It's just the only reason why I haven't done it because I don't want to get cut. That's how I solidify.
It's a tiny scar.
I ain't never
I don't
done
care.
that
It's
shit.
still a razor by my nuts. I don't want no. I don't.
You sleep the whole process.
Whatever, kid. I don't know. That's why I be saying to myself, no judgment, no sidebar. Like if you.
You only wake up and it feels like blue
you done
balls.
it?
Yeah.
Just got to.
Yeah.
It's like blue balls.
I made all that shit up.
Like, you want me to go with you?
Nah, the reality is because I don't say it because it's like I really see for me and then respectfully like you guys where y'all at, yeah, I'll probably be speaking differently.
So we don't make you want to have kids?
Hell no. Y'all see what I'm around? Oh, yeah, y'all kids is like, all right, cool, hey, all right, go back to daddy. Like, I enjoy the time with y'all kids. Like, everybody's kids is cool. Like, Jackson around, MJ, Steph, I love it. It's all cool, but I still got my other boys. Like, I walk home, I ain't gotta carry nobody.
Like, y'all can feed and bathe yourselves. I can go do what y'all gotta go do.
See, when I'm with my boys, is, honestly, I love what it is. Honestly, be real with you. Like, the way it is with my boys, like, even at the other side, I didn't really touch on it, but like even a simple thing, like I bought my younger one, a phone. Like he's walking to the car to his mom's and he's calling me and telling me about his day. Like it's a different world. Like what you saying about the report card, I did that. So I'm really in a different world in a sense. The walks, the first walks. I remember. I ain't like, I feel like an old man sometimes. I'm hearing some of this stuff. I'm like, damn, that was mad long ago. That was like 10, 11, 15 years ago. So I see my son walking. I don't know these. A lot of it I forget. I relive it through you guys, but to redo it all over again, I can't remember. Y'all remember one time I went to talk. I see Pampers, man. That shit gave me like the chill. I can't do it so much.
You gotta steal them. Self-checkout.
That nigga
But it ain't even the
he
price.
traumatized.
I don't
He's like, damn.
He said,
yeah,
nah.
and the thing, I love kids, whatever like that, but I'm happy with the ones I take home and the ones I get
I hear
back.
that.
I never had a problem with changing Pampers. That's so crazy.
Not me either. I didn't.
No, it ain't changing the Pampers. Just
in general.
He just want to have
That whole process
To go back.
again.
It's like, oh,
it's
nah.
a back, like, you change it.
I'm buying drawers now.
Then when they had baby bottles, like I'm in a different world now. Like it's still like it's
You about to be in girls and school parties
stuff
and
like that. But then
prom
my boys,
dances.
they more chill, so it's like I be waiting to see, hear that conversation. But then they ask. My younger one, he asks a lot of questions. The older one, he's chill. But then that's where our world is now. Like to be that position to be talking to my kids about what they want to do when they grow up, to go back to now, this baby can't even tell me what they want. He's crying. What the hell? I can't just go to sleep. I ain't doing that. My patience is not what it used to be. Honestly.
He said,
That's what
nah.
it comes down to.
So each episode now, before we end, we like to leave our viewers with a dad tool or some type of
tip.
inspirational.
Dad tip of the week.
Word.
Start with you.
Start with me.
Yeah, start with you.
I would say stay down till you come up.
Explain.
That's perfect.
Explain. Being a business owner, new dad, it's a lot of obstacles trying to balance out just doing something independent. This is how I get my money all around. Like there's no other income but what I got going on with selling clothes and pushing my brand to, one day be a brick and mortar. Like I said, it's gonna be ups and downs, and it's gonna be like you said earlier, like, oh, you don't share you don't share what I got going on, or like, why you ain't reached there yet? It's like, it's gonna be those ups and downs, and it's like you have to really thug it out. I've been going on probably almost 10 years plus just pushing my brand. So I could have been gave up, but I didn't. I stuck it out, and this is what's like really carrying me right now. Just having a kid, being a stay-home dad at the moment. So I don't regret it. I'm just I don't know. I'm just
Staying down till you come up.
stay down till you come up. Like yeah,
Well
Put
said.
that on the shirt.
yeah.
We might. Fuck that.
Ah.
You heard it here first.
Yes.
Say something I usually say. I'm like, don't let the person at the bus stop tell you about your car. Basically, like, don't let people that's not in your position tell you what your position is. Like a lot of times, just like kind of like you say, like you you're doing all these things, but then there'll be a person to sit there and say, I want to do it like that. But yet, when the last time you designed a clothing line?
Right.
But everybody will do that same thing across the board. They'll tell you about that in your lifestyle. Like, yo, who cares you working all these hours? But yo, you ain't me.
Right.
In a sense. So it's just like I said, don't let the person at the bus stop tell you about your car, because you ain't driving this. You don't know what it took me to get to. I don't care if this shit is a Pinto.
Right.
Used to ride the bus pass, and you know how hard I got to that point. Yeah, I don't need you telling me about my whip at this point now. I ain't telling you about your bus pass. I'm telling you about my whip. So just be comfortable where you at, and let people, deter you from where you're going, whatever that you got going on.
He low-key stole mine, but it's cool. I would say.
So you was gonna say the bus pass and the bus stop, the whole thing.
Doesn't it happen to you every episode?
Yeah, but like
Yeah,
I don't,
but yeah,
I don't
exactly.
feel
You gotta
no
worry
shit
about
like
it.
that. That's real. That's like plagiarism. I copy and paste and just change the words up.
Oh, okay.
You just straight said you was gonna say that.
Anyhow,
Don't put a motorcycle about your bicycle.
I just tell people God bless and thank you. And the reason I say that is you're always gonna have, like you said, people are gonna always have something to say about what you got going on. People don't know the ins and outs of what your life is, what you got to have done to get where you're going, what you had to sacrifice, what the opportunity, why you're making those moves or whatever. So whatever those naysayers have to say, whatever people have to say or whatever, honestly, I don't give a fuck. God bless, thank you, and God bless. That's it.
Keep moving.
All right. Well, me, it's one of my lines I love. Stay ready, so you never have to get ready. That's something like I'm like pushing in life, like my life, like it's everything. Like no matter what it is, just stay ready, be prepared, so you never have to. When the time comes, you never have to. You're already ready to take on whatever task that is that you about to, face.
Who shit you feeling now, Steve?
I was thinking about selling his shit. I ain't gonna lie, but I had something too. Fuck.
Besides that,
You have about 15 minutes to think about this shit, boy.
I did. I did, but it was a long. Oh, I was gonna say to stay focused and try your hardest to achieve whatever it is you believe in. Chicken is in here, somebody who has his own clothing line that probably knew nothing about how to even create a clothing line. And he figured it out. He stayed focused. He never gave up, even through these 10 years of him trial and error. His product is only getting better and better each year. Everything he drops gets better and better each year. Each drop. Fuck each year. Each drop, the quality's better, the designs are better, and he just focused on getting his brand out of there. He's focused on making sure, his family's straight.
Appreciate it.
And that goes to everybody. If you got something in mind that you want to do, stay focused.
Yeah.
Get it done. When Preach started, Preach owns this studio that we're in right now. He started with, well, I don't even know one studio before this, but I'm pretty sure he went through so many studios before. He has multiple studios now. He stay focused. You find something that you like and stick to it.
That was nice.
Steve, damn, man.
You know me. I got the gems. You feel me? I got the fucking gems.
all that Sonic.
Right.
But yo, Chicken Man, my man,
you, man.
100 grand, man. Appreciate you pulling up on us.
My dog.
You already know the vibes.
Definitely, yo.
Listen, don't be a stranger, man. You're the honorable fifth member. You already know the vibes. You'll be the first one to watch this episode any damn way.
Yeah, man.
So shit. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the families. And for those of you who we might not see, Merry Christmas, and to you and yours. If you do celebrate, all of you guys, I hope it's great and family oriented, and you guys eat well, get what you asked for. As Steve would say.
Yeah, you better
know
give me what I
saying?
asked for. Don't give me nothing that I asked for.
That's a fact. If you're not sure what it is, just ask me and I'll tell you what the fuck I want.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I got the rolling in the cart, so I'll say that shit right now. But yeah, man, we appreciate everybody's happy holidays to you and yours. And
Before we go, you want to just hit on a little change that we're doing towards this whole?
I mean, I was gonna hold off a little bit, but I think I guess.
Right. So we're thinking about revamping the whole podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're not gonna lose too much. We have a couple of big changes coming to the
Better
business.
us.
Yeah. To the business, to the show, to the podcast and such. We're excited for it. I know you guys are gonna love it. We're working hard at it. So definitely stay tuned. We'll be dropping a couple of gems here and there about what we're alluding to, but it's some good stuff is coming.
Yeah. Focus. We're staying focused. That's it. We believe in this podcast, and we believe this can go to the moon.
Yo, iHeart, Spotify, all y'all out there, yo, come holler at us, you heard? Get in on the ground floor.
That's what I'm saying. Get it while we in pre-studio. Because that's today's price.
It ain't gonna be today's price. And on that note, we'll holler at you guys. Peace out.